Hello, welcome. It's a nice Friday evening. Doing daily Bitcoin price predictions. We've kind of been consolidating for the past like 2 days. We haven't really been having much happen in the market. We've had like a range of like what is that, like 2%. It's kind of doesn't really happen much for Bitcoin. Sorry, I'm a little sick, but yeah, nothing's been happening most for the majority of it. We're talking about like slightly higher time frames on here, like one day. Nothing's really happened. Um, but that does give us time to look at our statistics and probabilities of our setups, so it's perfect. If we look at the setups, the one day Bitcoin stochastic cross, whenever the complex stochastic gets below 20, and then we end getting a cross between the K and the D. That then presents these statistics. We have a 66.67% probability of I believe, about 18% move. Yeah, 18.17. So it's not the highest probability, but it's somewhat acceptable. It's higher than 50%, so it's not a gamble. Just points to higher targets for the upside, and I believe this would be a good move because we've already seen about a 5% move so far. So the setup did end up firing off on Wednesday. 18% on top of price action. Now it'd be like 33.5. I believe this setup has. We're working on day number 3 right now, so of course we got a lot of time to wait for that to play out. So if we let's look at QQQ. QQQ is an index. It's had a pretty high correlation coefficient to Bitcoin. As you can see right here, most of it's been positive. So if we then just look at that, we ended up getting a bounce from this demand zone, I believe, like last week. Early this week, we ended up getting a nice bounce from that. Nice, let's see, is that 4% move? So it seems pretty good. I wouldn't be looking for a pullback, at least not yet, because we ended up filling this gap right here. And we don't really see any gaps or major resistance until about like 323, 329, when that is a major point for the volume profile. Just accompanied with that, we also have low volatility with the BBWPMA now starting to cross below the plot line. So that would signal a volatility expansion with stochastic momentum being pivoted to the upside. As long as QQQ stays below, I believe, 315. Yeah. So we have reached a higher high right here, so that's perfect. We also have 2 drives of bullish divergence, so I would say a push to like 328 is pretty likely, which would also mean bullish for Bitcoin. Just going off of our setups from yesterday, I believe, Wednesday. If we pull up our cluster algorithm, of course the setup triggers on the 12-hour whenever this green line happens right here, like green line, the red turns to the green below the 90. Our normal closure on it would be like about, I believe, 11% move. If you take it from the bottom, we have kind of gotten that 11% move, but if we just wanna, we'll end up reviewing this tomorrow. But our closure, our exit condition would be a red, the plot line turning red above the what is that? I believe 70 line. Yes, when that occurs, that would be a closure on that setup, but. Just let's take a look at just like RSI divergence. We have much of that. Yeah, 2-day we do have that bullish RSI divergence right there. So that would point to higher targets. And just these higher time frames, not really much going on, but the higher time frames seem extremely bullish in my opinion. As long as we stay above, like, say, like 27, any closure below 27, I think we're heading down like all the way to like 24, maybe like 25, somewhere around there. That would be pretty significant if we ended up breaking above that. But like breaking above, like, say, like 30K, or instantly going like 32, I would say. And either way, the bullish is more likely because of their setups in the daily. If we just kind of take a look at the lower term time frames, it does seem to kind of indicate that we could be seeing at least a short-term pullback, or just kind of maybe just consolidating. If we start on the 6-hour, we are going to be closing to the downside if we get a closure in the next almost about exactly 6 hours. If we get a closure below 29.5, currently we're at 29.3, so I'm assuming that'll cross the downside. 4 hours downside, 3 hours down. 2 hours actually up. I believe 1 hour would be almost down. That's in the overbought section. Also accompanied with low volatility. So I would say we're probably due for a nice pullback. Maybe we return maybe like 28.6. I'm just making like just kind of guesses right here. I'm not much of an intraday trader, so I don't really care much about that. But for those who do that, those would be some targets to look for. Maybe the bottom range of this candle right here, like 28. Yeah, somewhere in the 28s is what we'd be expecting for a pullback if the pullback was happening. But it's not 100% likely. It's just the bullish is more. Bullish is definitely like the strong trend right here, I would say. So just pay attention for closures below 30 and then closures below 27. Closure below 27 would lead us to 25. Closure above 30 would probably lead us to like 32, back where we had that CME gap. I believe we had a CME gap right there. Oh, I'm wrong, sorry. Either way, 32 is major resistance right there from our consolidation, like square pattern from back here in like June of last year. It's almost a year ago. But then after that, we'd be waiting to see a pullback and then probably further push to 35. But that's about it. We'll review more setups tomorrow, but overall market just kind of consolidating. Bullish more likely. Thank you for watching.